Okay, I'm going to solve some absolute value equations. 3c is the same sort of equation as you will see in 3a and 3b of exercise 3.5. Have a look at this one where you have the absolute value of b minus 3 equals 2b minus 4. Okay, you would have to consider two cases. Okay, so consider when b minus 3 is equal to 2b minus 4, okay, when you have a positive, and consider when b minus 3 is equal to minus 2b minus 4. All right, now we solve each one. So you take away b, you're going to get b on this side, add 4 and you're going to get 1. All right, so therefore b is equal to 1. On this side, you've got b minus 3 equals minus 2b plus 4. Add 2b, you're going to get 3b. Add 3, you're going to get 7. So b is equal to 7 on 3. Now we need to check the solutions, okay, because we do have a b by itself on this side. And remember, we do have to ask ourselves, well, if the absolute value of anything, gives us an answer, a positive answer all the time, what happens when b is negative? Okay, when this side ends up being negative, what happens? Okay, so you really can't get a solution that makes sense. So check the solutions, all right? So when b is equal to 1, simply substitute b equals 1 into this expression. Okay, let's take the left-hand side first. Substitute it into the left-hand side first. So b equals 1 into there is 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. Absolute value of minus 2 is 2. The right-hand side, b equals 1 into here, is 2 times 1 minus 4, which is minus 2. Okay, the left-hand side in this case is not equal to the right-hand side. So that is not a solution. Just put a cross next to it. Okay, and let's check the other one. So when b equals 7 on 3, left-hand side is equal to absolute value of 7 on 3, take away 3. Okay, and the right-hand side, work it out in a minute, is 2 times 7 on 3 minus 4. Okay, now let's work out 7 on 3 minus 3 is minus 2/3. Absolute value of minus 2/3 will be 2/3. And then 14 on 3 minus 4 is also 2/3. So therefore the left-hand side equals right-hand side, and therefore this is the solution. Okay, so just conclude that therefore b is equal to 7 on 3. It's the only solution. All right. Now, let's do something different where you have the absolute value on both sides. Okay, and when you have the absolute value of something is equal to the absolute value of something else, okay, you have to consider that they both are positive, and you have to consider that one is negative. Okay, so consider that x plus 3 is equal to 3x minus 1, and x plus 3 is equal to minus 3x minus 1. Okay, solve each one. So you get 2x equals 4, x equals 2, and over here, expand. Okay, and then you get 4x equals minus 2, so x equals minus 2. Sorry, minus a half. Okay, be very careful. Minus a half. All right, so we're going to check these solutions again. Okay. So check. Okay. When x equals 2, the left-hand side is equal to 2 plus 3, which is going to give you 5. The right-hand side is equal to 3 times 2 minus 1, which is equal to 5. Left-hand side equals right-hand side, so therefore x equals 2 is a solution. Okay, and when x equals minus a half, left-hand side equals minus a half plus 3, okay, is 2.5, which is 5 on 2. And the right-hand side is 3 times minus a half minus 1. Okay, so that's minus 3 on 2, that's minus 1.5 minus 1 is minus 2.5. The absolute value of minus 2.5 is 2.5, which happens to be 5 on 2. Again, the left-hand side is equal to, the right-hand side. Right? So that's also a solution, x equals minus half. So this has two solutions, right? Therefore, get that right, x equals minus a half and 2. They are both your solutions. All right. Now, we'll go on to doing B and D of number 4. So, B is done the same way, all right? So, we consider the two cases again. Consider that 2y minus 5 equals y minus 2. Consider they're both positive, and then consider one is negative. So we'll make the left-hand side positive and the right negative. It doesn't matter which side you choose. You're always going to get the same answer anyway. Okay, let's solve both of those. So you get y equals 3 on this one, and here, and that's 3y equals 7, and y equals 7 on 3. All right, check your solutions again. So check solutions. When y equals 3, the left-hand side equals 2, just make that very clear, 2 times 3 minus 5, which is equal to 1. Okay, 6 minus 5 is 1, absolute value of 1 is 1. Right-hand side is y minus 2, so it's 3 minus 2. Again, you're going to get 1. So the left-hand side equals right-hand side. Therefore, that's a solution. Check when, over here, when y equals 7 on 3, left-hand side equals 2 times 7 on 3 minus 5. And the right-hand side is equal to 7 on 3 minus 2. Okay, so let's work both of those out. So the first one is 14 on 3 minus 5, which will give you minus a third, so absolute value of that is a third. And the other one is 7 on 3 minus 2, gives you 1/3, absolute value of that is 1/3. And again, the left-hand side is therefore equal to the right-hand side. So that is also a solution, and hence the solutions, we don't write the solutions, y is equal to 3 and 7 on 3. Okay, and that's B. One more, we'll do D. Okay, now D's we have to consider all 4 cases. Right, I did show something like this on the previous video, but I'll show you again. So when you have the absolute value of something plus the absolute value of something, you have to consider 4 cases, okay? So consider the 4 cases I showed you before, which were that they're both positive, Okay. Then you can consider that they're both negative. And just write minus x. Okay. Then you consider, and I'll just leave a gap so we can work it out, that the first one's positive and the second one's negative. And then consider that the first one's negative and the second one is positive. Okay. All right, so I'll come back and I'll have the solutions to all four. Okay, so I've now checked and I've done those solutions, I've worked those out. So I got x equals 4 for the first case, x equals minus 22 on 3, x equals 22 and x equals minus 22. Okay, you don't have to have those solutions in that order. Any order will do as long as you have those four. All right, they are correct. Now, we have to check which ones are actually the solutions of this equation. So we're going to simply show that. Okay, so check solutions. All right, so when x equals 4, the left-hand side is equal to 2 times 4 plus 5 plus absolute value of 4, and we get 8 plus 5 is 13, plus 4 is 17, and that's equal to the right-hand side. All right. So therefore 4 is a solution. Okay, let's check all the other ones as well, the other 3, and I'll come back and we'll conclude. Okay, so I worked out the solutions and then I went to check them. I found that the first one satisfied the equation, the original equation, so that's a solution. Found the second one did as well, that minus 22 on 3 satisfied that equation, so that is a solution. But x equals 22 and x equals minus 22 I found did not satisfy the original equation, so they are not solutions. Okay, I'll to cross that. Okay, so do that on the way, tick and cross, okay, on the way, so you can see clearly how you should conclude. And we will conclude that x is equal to 4 and minus 22 on 3.